thank you for joining me this afternoon. You have a live look at a tornado-warned supercell moving through Hicko, Mount Lookout, Pine Grove, and Nettie in West Virginia. This supercell is producing tight rotation and could drop a tornado at any moment, so we need to be on high alert. We have already seen at least 2 tornadoes today. I know one of them was back in Illinois and the other was down here in Kentucky. So the one in Kentucky was actually relatively strong, it seems. So unfortunately, we already are getting damage reports from the one in Kentucky and the one in Illinois. So it's not great, all right, and we're not even at the peak level of intensity yet for this outbreak, most likely. Again, this is your tornado-warned supercell right now out there near Hicko, Mount Lookout, and Nettie in West Virginia. So if you are included in this warning, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a building away from windows. I'm sorry my voice is, like, incredibly rough today. I don't know why, but over the past few days it's been terrible, and today it just all of a sudden got even worse, so I'm sorry about that. But hopefully this can still be a good severe weather coverage stream here. Again, this could produce a strong tornado, guys. The velocities are incredibly concerning, alright? They are definitely pretty tight there. They're relatively strong, so we gotta watch this very closely here in case it produces a tornado. Again, we've had at least 2 tornadoes today. There may have been more than that. I'm not quite too sure. We actually, after my streams yesterday, a little bit later that night, there was a PDS tornado, which stands for Particularly Dangerous Situation. That was in Missouri. So, unfortunately, I could not go live for that, but that did happen. But yeah, this is a brand new tornado warning out here in West Virginia. West Virginia hasn't been super active today, but it has gotten quite a few tornado warnings. So we'll go and watch this one here very, very closely and see what happens with it. So give me just a minute here. I'm trying to find details on the tornadoes from earlier today, and then I'll go ahead and pull up the stream chat. So if you do have any questions about your location, go ahead and leave those down there. Yeah, so the tornado in Kentucky today is confirmed to already be at least high NDF1. It's done pretty significant damage to structures already. Yeah, it looks like the tornado never even got the observe tag. That's interesting. But it was on the ground. There are damage reports from it. New radar scan, still pretty concerning velocities there that we gotta watch very closely. But yeah. So anyway, back into coverage mode here. Let me go ahead and pull up the stream chat. Again, I'm sorry my voice is pretty rough today. I wish this is like the last day I would want it to be rough, because this is like one of, if not the biggest severe weather events we're going to cover on this channel, or that we have covered on this channel so far. You know, obviously we had the Tennessee tornado outbreak, we had the Ohio tornado outbreak. Those were probably more significant than this, but this is going to be pretty big, guys, most likely. And again, we've already had a few tornadoes today. Again, one of them was all the way back in Illinois, surprisingly. It was up to the north there in Illinois, even. Alright, so we're still watching this supercell here. This rotating supercell, I should say. We have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings. We're kind of watching this area here in the Ohio Valley, but there's also another area we're watching down in the deep south here for some severe thunderstorms. We do still have that moderate risk of severe weather driven by tornadoes, which is something that we have never had on this channel before. Moderate risk driven by tornadoes, guys. That's some very significant stuff. We do have a few other rotating supercells, but none are warned, like, none are tornado warned, like this one over here in West Virginia. So again, if you're included in this warning, please do be taking shelter as far out as Nettie in West Virginia. It's on the ground, is it? Do you have, like, a confirmation of that? Oh, you're right. It is. All right, thank you, Airborne. Yeah, this is likely a tornado on the ground now. We do have a debris signature, so this, maybe on the ground. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is a debris signature. I think this is on the ground. Heading straight for the Babcock area, if it is on the ground. Yeah, thank you for that, though, because I didn't even check the correlation coefficient. Yeah, this is possibly a tornado on the ground now, so we're going to go ahead and update the stream title here to Tornado on the Ground, because it's very likely that we have one on the ground heading straight for Babcock, West Virginia. Alright, let's go ahead and update this stream title here. Live tornado on the ground in West Virginia. Alright. Rotation couplet is on the right. Yep. Yeah, I see the rotation couplet. Oh, you said it's tight. I thought you said it's on the right. So yeah, again, this is a very dangerous situation. This is, that may actually not be a debris bowl. Because what's happening here is, yeah, I actually do not think that's a debris bowl. Observed? Is it? Oh, it is. You are right. All right, there we go. So tornado on the ground, guys. For a second, I was thinking that's not a debris ball, but apparently it is. So, there we go, guys. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Radar confirmed tornado. Yeah, this is now 100% a tornado on the ground, recognized by the National Weather Service, going straight into Babcock and Russellville. It's crossing over the Meadow River right now. It's going to be heading for areas like Nutterville. So Nutterville, I know you're not included in the warning, but go ahead and take shelter, because this thing's actually heading more towards you than it is anywhere else in the warning. So Nutterville, go ahead and take shelter. Anywhere else in the warning, take shelter. And, you know, even, like, areas like Quinwood, Leslie, and Green Valley, it would not be a bad idea for you guys to go and get in shelter now. Wow, that's quite a bit of debris there. And this is on the ground west of Nutterville, West Virginia. Again, this is a damaging tornado on the ground. You can even see that debris ball on reflectivity a little bit, I believe, right over Babcock. Again, now this is heading for Nutterville. New severe thunderstorm warning. It's down there in Mississippi. But this is an active situation here. Again, this is a dangerous tornado on the ground. Again, there's your debris signature. Oh my goodness, guys. Alright, it's still on the ground, everybody. We've got possibly a growing tornado on the ground, guys. There we go, new tornado warning. That's actually for a whole nother area. That's out on the Ohio River here in Indiana and Kentucky. This is heading for Sulphur, Leavenworth, Wyandotte, Corydon, and Alton in Kentucky and Indiana. Take cover now. We're going to go back to our tornado on the ground, though, here in West Virginia. I know that we had a viewer yesterday that was in southeastern West Virginia, and unfortunately that's kind of where this tornado's at, so hoping that they're safe. Unfortunately, we're about to go into an area that's in a bit of a radar hole. So we may even lose track of where this tornado is actually at, which is really bad. Because again, this is possibly a strong tornado on the ground. It just went through Babcock. Now it's going to slam into Nutterville, possibly even already in Nutterville. And I cannot emphasize this enough. There should really be a new warning issued now. You need to take shelter in Quinwood and Nutterville. That whole area. Especially like the north side of Quinwood is where it's going to head through. Areas like the Hunt Brothers Pizza. Just heading for that region. And again, guys, we're about to head into a really bad radar hole. So we may lose track of where this is at. I'm actually, since the National Weather Service isn't doing it, I'm going to go ahead and draw a new warning box here. If you're in this warning box here, go ahead and take shelter. That includes Quinwood, Bingham. Bingham, hopefully this will go off to the north of you, but just to be safe, take shelter. And then also Clearco in West Virginia. Go ahead and take shelter there. Again, that is a possibly strong tornado on the ground. Back here into the Ohio River area, we have some strong velocities near Branchville. So I have to watch that incredibly closely. But again, obviously, we're more concerned with our... Oh, it's down to radar indicated. Okay. Alright, so this has lifted. There's no longer a tornado on the ground. To repeat, there is no longer a tornado on the ground in West Virginia. I'm going to go ahead and update the stream title again really quickly. Still a pretty nasty look on radar, but it is down to radar indicated. Before I or the National Weather Service did, so good job to him. Now we're a bit more concerned about this, because this is heading straight for Louisville. So if you're in Louisville, Kentucky, you need to be hyper weather aware here. And then if you're in this warning polygon, you need to take shelter, obviously. My Wi-Fi crashed there for a few seconds, but we are all good to go now. I was just talking about this supercell here heading for Louisville, Kentucky still. Wow, a lot of our severe thunderstorm warnings just expired. We're down to 4. This supercell closer to Indianapolis is rotating a little bit, but it's nothing crazy, which is why there's not a tornado warning with it. It just has the tornado possible tag. But that's near Columbus, Indiana right now. This general region just got hit by a tornado not too long ago, I believe. I think during the Ohio outbreak, actually, which was just last month. This general area got hit by a decently strong tornado. I don't know if that's the exact spot, but it seems pretty close. And again, that was only a few weeks ago. So let's go back out to West Virginia for just a second here. Yeah, I'm still not liking the look of that velocity couplet, so go ahead and stay in shelter in that warning there. Again, we did have a tornado on the ground for a little bit, it looks like. Ohio's been getting hammered lately. Yeah, it's been pretty bad out there. The Midwest just has not been able to catch a break. So anyway, again, we have a possible tornado trying to spin up here right along the Ohio River. Right now it's in Indiana near Dutchers, Jericho, and Beechwood. Let's go down to Mississippi for just a second here. Wow, we have a storm just south of the Jackson Metro. And then we have this one that's severe warning near Hazelhurst. We'll actually go ahead and bring our Jackson live cam up here. Again, this is a live shot at Jackson, Mississippi. We have a ton of storm chasers out there today. We've got the Ryan Hull team. We've got Vince Welty, Brandon Kopic, Corey Gherkin, and J-Jack. Alright, so a little bit of weakening on rotation on that storm there on the Ohio River, but go ahead and stay in shelter there. This tornado warning, I mean, it's still got some pretty impressive velocities, actually. I think this tornado warning, we'll probably see a new one once this one expires, because the velocities are still pretty intense here in West Virginia. So now we're going to be watching out for areas like Clearco, Quinwood, Angene, all these little mountaintops here, all the way out to Oscar and Jackox. Okay, we may see a new tornado warning get issued for this supercell because it's really starting to rotate good again. It is not confirmed to be on the ground right now, but I think any second we could, or any minute, I should say, we could get confirmation. And I don't think it's on the ground yet. I think it's very close. I just want to specify that. I don't think it's actually on the ground yet, but I think it's very close. This is also possibly a rain-wrapped tornado, so don't go out and try to look for this thing. Obviously, you don't want to try and look for any tornado that's just really stupid, but rain-wrapped ones in particular, because you can't see them coming. Feels weird to have two Ryan Hull icons on here. We do have a massive flash flood warning up here for parts of Ohio and West Virginia. So don't drive in flooded roadways there. This is one of the biggest flash flood warnings I've ever seen. So all those counties there, you're under a flash flood warning. Again, that's a huge flash flood warning right there. Don't go out and drive in flooded roadways. So we're still watching this rotating supercell to the north of Quinwood now. Right now it's getting close to Carl and the Green Valley. Right now it's kind of in the mountains. This storm near Leavenworth is still rotating a decent bit, so go ahead and stay in shelter if you are included in this warning, but it's not quite as concerning as our other one. So I'm paying a little bit more attention to our other one. Again, unfortunately, we're about to enter an area that's not great for radar coverage out here in Appalachia, but we should be good for a while. Again, you guys, I do not like the look of that. Just kind of looking at the debris boulder that we had. Again, this is trying to recycle, and it's not doing a terrible job, unfortunately. We'll kind of switch between this one here along the Ohio River and the one in West Virginia. Looks like we got some rain falling on our Jackson, Mississippi cam. We'll go ahead and take up one of these cams here in Tennessee. Let's see which one would be a good one. We'll go ahead and take up this one here near Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, and Columbia, Tennessee. And it wouldn't even hurt to have another Tennessee cam up, actually. Oh, well, it won't let us. What about the one in Pulaski? That's fine. We already have 2 live cams. Hello, Mr. Storm. Alright, so no confirmed tornadoes on the ground right now. Go ahead and take shelter, though, if you are in either of our warnings. Again, we have warnings in Indiana, Kentucky, and West Virginia right now. Again, I'm not liking how this is rotating. Rotation looks tight. Yeah, it does. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. Don't be scared, be prepared. Especially in this red zone, that's your moderate risk, your 4 out of 5 risk of severe weather. That's where we are having the potential to see strong, damaging tornadoes, potentially even long-tracking violent tornadoes. And these storms are kind of starting to enter that area now, so it's going to pop off, man. And we're kind of seeing the first signs of that with our storm here near Corydon. All right. Let's go back here to West Virginia. A little bit weaker on the velocities now. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, we have a new tornado warning. What the heck? For some reason, my sounds aren't playing. I'm sorry, guys. We have a new tornado warning in Indiana. And wow, I am not liking the look of those velocities, guys. This is some tight rotation building here. If you're in Crothersville, Lancaster, Austin, Uniontown, Comiskey, love it. Take shelter now. They issued a warning on both sides of the border there for that. The Indiana side and the Kentucky side. Again, this is really bad. This is one of the more concerning rotations we've had this stream. Let's kind of see the movement of this. So it's kind of tracking east-northeast. This warning says it's moving at 55 miles per hour. The other one says it's moving at 60. It doesn't matter. If you are west of this line, take shelter now. And then down the line, these areas are going to need to take shelter once the storm approaches. Because, guys, this is looking really bad. Again, I don't want to make anybody scared unintentionally, but I don't want to sugarcoat things. I'm just pointing out what I see, and this has the potential to be a strong tornado as it approaches Austin and Crothersville. So Austin, there's areas like the Tri-Hawk Automotive and Crothersville. You got areas like the public library, the cemetery. So we do have some locations out here that this is going to have the potential to be a really bad situation if things go right for this supercell. And there's nothing really stopping it right now. Which is why these warning boxes are so big. It's because this looks like it could go for a while if it does drop down. Waiting for this next radar update. We really need to get it in because this is an ongoing big situation here, guys. Yeah, I'm not liking the look of that at all. This is not good. Guys, this is really bad. Again, everybody in either of these warning boxes needs to be in shelter right now. Is my Wi-Fi going out again? Dang it. Oh, never mind. Right, that one's a little more dangerous, but we're definitely most concerned about our Supercell up here. Sorry, my Wi-Fi went out for a couple seconds there, but you know, what can you do? Guys, this is really bad. Again, these are some tight velocities. This is going to be heading towards Crothersville very shortly. Unfortunately, we may have a few people, you know, driving home from work. Maybe they're getting home from school. And, oh my gosh. Maybe they don't have the opportunity to take shelter, but if you do, take advantage of it, guys, because this is, again, the most concerning rotation we've seen all day. Wow, that hook. Guys, this is going to be really bad here. We're going to be live for quite a while, I have a feeling. Again, I don't want to make things too dramatic, but I don't want to sugarcoat them either. This is really bad. Right, we don't have a confirmed tornado down with that yet, but, I mean, it's not going to take long, you know. Alright, this warning here in West Virginia expires in 1 minute. It might get reissued. There's a bit of rotation near Clearco. So if it does, go ahead and take shelter. For some reason, my alarm sounds aren't working, but we've got to keep our eyes on this here. Again, my Wi-Fi keeps going in and out for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on with that, so sorry if there is a brief pause in the stream. But yeah, as this goes through areas like Austin, this is going to be potentially a tornado on the ground. And then it's going to kind of continue to ride the Ohio River here. Or not the Ohio River. The Muscatuck River. Again, sorry guys, my Wi-Fi is in and out today for some reason. Let me go ahead and check up on my Wi-Fi, actually. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I haven't been talking. I thought my Wi-Fi crashed, but it didn't. So, sorry, I haven't been saying anything. Again, this is an ongoing situation here. We got a tornado trying to spin up near Austin in Kentucky. Right along the Kentucky-Indiana border there. And again, I do not like the look of this supercell. Anywhere in these warning boxes, you need to be taking cover now. So we are just down to warnings in Indiana. So sorry, this is actually in Indiana as well. Sorry, I thought the Wi-Fi keeps going out. Alright, sorry guys. My Wi-Fi keeps going out. Not sure what's happening there. So all of our warnings now are actually in Indiana, so I did go ahead and update this stream title there to tornado warning coverage in Indiana. Again, I'm sorry guys, my Wi-Fi is in and out today. I don't know what's happening, I don't know how to fix it. So I'm sorry, the Wi-Fi keeps going out, but... If you're just now tuning in, we are looking at a live rotating supercell trying to produce a tornado here in Austin, Indiana. This is going to be moving up towards Lancaster, Lovett, Comiskey, DuPont, and Smyrna, as well as Deputy in Indiana. Watching this on Radar Omega? Yeah, that's what I'm watching on. Everybody that's not aware, this is Radar Omega. This is a really good radar app. I've got questions before about what I'm actually looking at during these streams. Again, that is not a good looking rotation couplet there. Velocity couplet, rather. They did just condense that tornado warning. Still radar indicated. This is not confirmed yet. And we're hoping that it stays that way. My goodness, guys. Look at that supercell. Alright guys, so we're going to continue to focus on this same supercell here. Again, it's trying to do something here in southern Indiana. By the way, the warning out in West Virginia did get reissued. So there's a tornado warning now for Oscar and Clearco in West Virginia, so go ahead and take cover there. Again, I don't know why my sounds aren't working. I think I fixed it. I think I just didn't have my volume on. It's as simple as that. I made it sound like it was some super complicated problem. I'm going to go ahead and update the stream title again. Indiana and West Virginia. Again, you guys, this is still a very concerning supercell. It's really trying to do something here. And again, this is going to be heading for Deputy, Indiana pretty soon. You got areas like the elementary school, the cemeteries, some other stuff out there as well, it looks like. So, hopefully everybody's taking shelter. My Wi-Fi went out again. Okay, just for a second there, I think it went out. This is really bad, guys. And we're starting to enter an area that's a very poor radar covered zone. So we're diving into a really bad radar hole here. So we're not going to be able to see these storms very well, unfortunately. Luckily, we do have our storm chasers, though. That's really good. So hopefully if this does drop, we will know about it. But that cannot be totally guaranteed, honestly. It kind of looks like what's happening here is this storm kind of crashed into our supercell. Yeah, actually, I think that's exactly what happened. Our supercell was doing really well, and then the storm crashed into it, and it looks like maybe it's going to try to suck the energy out of it. And we're going to hope that's what happens, and we're going to hope this turns into just a big old cluster of rain rather than what we're seeing right now. That's the only sign of relief that we have in sight. The tornado warning there near Corydon did finally get removed in Indiana. This one's starting to rotate a little bit better again near the Blue Knob area. Still not majorly concerning, though. Go ahead and take shelter, though. And by the way, new warning in Tennessee. A new tornado warning in Tennessee. And yeah, that's concerning for sure. Near Deer Lodge, Sunbright, Midway, Elgin Robbins, Huntsville, Winona, Montgomery, and Oneida. You need to take shelter. Go ahead and update the stream title here. Indiana, Tennessee, West Virginia. And that's like a really weird cluster of states because none of them border each other, but it's what we have going. Such a widespread event. Again, guys, that doesn't look good. And hopefully this starts to slow down now that this cell merger's kind of crashed into it. But stay in shelter there until that is confirmed to have happened. This is facing southeast. It is facing south. Look at that. This is a live look from Jamestown, Tennessee. Forget about our other live cams. This is a live look at Jamestown, Tennessee. Extremely ominous skies as it's watching a tornado warning cell. Again, that's rotating pretty good just the west of Deer Lodge right now. That's one of the more populated areas that we have a tornado warning for, unfortunately. Again, I'm watching that rotation near Deer Lodge now pretty closely as well. It's not quite as dramatic as it looks on radar, because there's a lot of contamination, but still some pretty concerning rotation there, south of Glades and north of Deer Lodge in Tennessee. Kind of northwest of Deer Lodge. All right, this is breaking. We have a tornado on the ground. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Law enforcement confirmed tornado. Oh, wow, guys. All right, this is really bad. We're updating the stream title really quickly. Again, we have a tornado on the ground now in southern Indiana. And again, this is really bad, guys. This is rotating so strongly. You need to be taking cover now in Deputy, Wakefield, Lancaster, Middle Fork, and all the areas there in that warning, really. Lancaster is the most populated one. You got areas like the college, the cemetery. Alright. Some more cemeteries out here at church. Right over the big creek right there. And it's, unfortunately, this is going to go likely through a lot of places, a lot of people, rather, are going to be, like, driving home from work in this area. And that's obviously really sad to see because a lot of them aren't going to have a chance to take cover here. This is not PDS, but it's still a tornado on the ground. And there's a new warning. It's just an extension of our one in West Virginia, though. So go and take shelter in Hillsborough, Hunt, Arlington in West Virginia now, at least the south side of Arlington. Again, I'm sorry my Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. I don't know how to fix it. I don't want to try to fix it and mess it up and then ruin the entire stream. I'd rather just have it cut out every few seconds. Or every few minutes, rather. Again, you guys, this is a tornado on the ground in Indiana. Let's take a look at Tennessee again here. I think there's rotation near Red Bay, Alabama. I'll check that out in a second here. Oh my goodness, my Wi-Fi. Okay, there we go. Sorry if it went out for a second there. But yeah, I will take a look at Red Bay now. So this is on the Alabama-Mississippi border. There it is. Let's check that out. If it'll load, my gosh. Oh no, it did load. It's just not here. No, I think what's happening there is that's contamination. Oh, wait, actually, you could be right. That could be a little bit of rotation there. But it's dying out. If there is rotation, it's not quite strong enough there. I don't want to install an update to my computer. Yeah, again, you guys, we have to keep coming back to this because this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is definitely the biggest situation right now. Mr. Storm, are you replying to Airborne? I already checked Red Bay. Did that make it into the stream or did it like crash out? Oh yeah, it may have not made it into the stream. Well, I did check Red Bay. There's a little bit of weak rotation, it looks like. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if my Red Bay made it into the video, or into the live. My Wi-Fi might have cut out, but I did check that. Storm's really firing. Yeah, there are quite a few storms up there in your area in North Alabama. Could actually bring up the Florence live cam. This is actually a pretty good live cam there. We'll also bring up this one in the Tennessee Valley. It's near Phil Campbell. Oh, it did make it good, good. Right, so yeah, Phil Campbell, Alabama. It's obviously a pretty famous tornado location. All right, new warning, by the way. Now this warning does include Pleasant and Friendship in Indiana. Again, this is for the same tornado on the ground. This is not PDS. Oh, wow. Our rotation really died out there pretty quickly, actually. All right, this may have lifted, but it's not confirmed by the National Weather Service that it's lifted yet, so we're going to pretend like it's still on the ground and everybody here needs to be taking shelter. I mean, you'd want to take shelter anyway, because that's a tornado warning, but... Ooh. This one in Hillsborough and Raintown, in that area there in West Virginia, could be rotating a little bit. Dang it. My Wi-Fi got cut out. Rotation just got insane on which cell? If you're talking about the Tennessee one, that's just contamination there. That's not rotation. The one in West Virginia, it's rotating decently. But, yeah. You'll have to let me know which one you're talking about. Blacken the velocity in Indiana. Where are you seeing that at? Wherever you're seeing that at, that definitely can't be real rotation. That's just contamination. They did update that side of the warning box to confirm, by the way. You'll have to let me know where you're seeing that, because my radar's not showing that. But yeah, if you see something like that, that's contamination. James Spann, he said the tornado threat for Alabama has moved down south. Yeah, there's gonna be storms in pretty much the entire state of Alabama today, and there already has been quite a few. But I'd actually say the eastern side of the state in general is gonna get more intense storms. West of Lancaster. Yeah, I already knew about the confirmed tornado in Indiana, airborne. Let me check Lancaster. Yeah, that's for the same supercell here. That's contamination. I'm not sure what radar you're looking at, though, to see that. But yeah, that's definitely just contamination, because black indicates, like, very strong, violent level tornado. There's a new warning, too. Somewhere. We already know about these ones in Indiana. Already knew about the Tennessee one. Already knew about the West Virginia ones. I guess there's not. I guess there is 6, huh? Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. Alright, our cell near Hillsborough is starting to rotate quite a bit more. It's not, like, super impressive yet. That was not a voice crack. It's not, like, super impressive yet, but it's more impressive than it was, for sure. Yeah, don't use airport radars. Those are the little yellow ones. Or are those the blue ones? I don't remember which ones are the airport radars. I think they're the yellow ones, though. Dude, the winds are hammering so hard outside of my house. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm all the way back in Illinois, and the winds are hammering. They did have a wind advisory in my area earlier today, but that's gone now. They're yellow? Okay. I thought they were. I'm pretty sure a tornado has lifted now, the one near Lancaster. I'm not seeing any major rotation now. I don't think there was ever a debris ball in that one. Stayed on the ground for a little bit. Wasn't that impressive, though. Not as bad as it could have been. I'll say that much. Whenever I first saw that rotation, I was like, oh, man, it's going nuts. But no, it definitely could have been worse. 8 viewers? Nice. Couldn't be a tornado on the ground in Sunbright. Is that the area here? Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and check that. Yeah, wow. See, the thing is, we've got good winds going, away from the radar, but we don't have strong enough winds going towards the radar, but that could be a tornado trying to form there northwest of Sunbright. Again, this warning is probably our most concerning one now, either that or the one out there in West Virginia. Oh, whoa. Yeah, that one near West Virginia, it's rotating pretty good now. Again, that's in kind of a spotty radar zone, so that may not be completely accurate, but it's looking like it's pretty strong rotation there. Alright, I'm going to update the title because I don't believe there's a tornado on the ground anymore. I know they say observed, but I don't think it's actually on the ground anymore. Kind of seems like we went live here at a pretty good time. All of the rotations from try to drop. Oh, all the ones that form try to drop. I'm sorry, for some reason I cannot read. Yeah, it makes sense, though, that they all try to drop, because this is, again, a very favorable environment, which is why we have that moderate risk. And, you know, I'm still not ruling out a violent tornado. Because, you know, we haven't seen anything today that deserves a 15% hatched. Definitely not. But the fact that they kept that at the 3 p.m. update makes me think something could pop off. I'm going to go ahead and use the restroom really quickly. That was a really bad voice crack. Again, guys, my voice is dead today. I'm going to go ahead and use the restroom really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and leave this up here. I'm going to put a good old BRB on the screen, and I will be right back. I am back. Let's see here what's happened while... Oh, sorry. What's happened while I was gone. Wow. Oh, no, it's for the same cell. But they, still think this is on the ground. That's really interesting. I don't think it's on the ground anymore. It could be, though. It could be very weak. But it could be on the ground. If the National Weather Service thinks it is, then it might be. Yeah, that new tornado warning is for the same cell, though. Alright, that one's still rotating decently. Nothing crazy. The most recent EF5 was like 11 years ago, actually. I definitely don't think we will see an EF5 today. Yeah, I know, Mr. Storm. That's for the same tornado in Indiana. It's not a new one. Thank you for going live. Yeah, no problem. I like going live. looks like we got a new live cam out here in Killeen, Texas. New cyclone port there. Well, it's a really good spot, actually. I like it. That'll be handy for our Texas severe weather events. That red base cell is trying to rotate again. Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's just not that impressive. It's not really enough to prompt any warnings, but I see what you're talking about there. Confirmed in Tennessee. Holy crap, you're right. Alright, you guys, we got a tornado on the ground in Tennessee. Alright, update that stream title real quick. Let's see how this was confirmed, because I don't think it was radar confirmed. It was. Is there a debris ball? Oh, wow, there is. That's a really clear debris ball. Alright, we have another tornado on the ground, this time in Tennessee. Let me update the stream title really quickly. Alright. Heading straight for Millersboro. Oh, are you talking about the other one? Yeah, I think you are. Or the other minor rotation, not the tornado. There's no other tornado except for this one, but yeah, this is on the ground near Coal Hill at the minute in Tennessee. Take cover now. We've had so many of these little spin-ups today so far. By the way, they did downgrade the Indiana one to radar indicated, at least for some of these warnings in this giant cluster. The thing is, there's two different National Weather Service zones that cut off in that area, so both of them want to issue warnings for the same cell, and it gets all messy. But yeah, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground now in Tennessee. Let's actually check if we have any new tornado reports since I started the stream. No, we do not. But yeah, this is, again, another tornado on the ground. That Tennessee one is heading towards Middlesboro. Where's Middlesboro? Oh, just saw some lightning flash on the Florence, Alabama cam. Is it this? No. Where is Middlesboro? Am I just blind? I don't see a Middlesboro. Oh my gosh, the winds are so strong outside my house right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't think you can, but... So, again, guys, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground still. Heading for Hewitt, and Slick Rock now. Debris ball might be forming on the Tennessee tornado. Yeah, the debris ball has been there, Mr. Storm. I don't know if you heard me say that or not, but the debris ball has been there the whole time. Near Jealous Hill on the northeast side. Alright, well, I don't see it, but I believe you. I'm just blind. Right now, I don't know what's happening. It's usually not this bad, but the past few days has been. Alright, PDS. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. I don't... Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm live or not. Okay, we're back. This is a PDS tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. This is for southwestern Campbell, northern Morgan, and central Scott counties in Tennessee. Although south of Elgin is huge. Again, this is a large tornado on the ground. And again, this is PDS. This is the first PDS we've had all stream. That was not a voice crack. Let me check my Wi-Fi really quickly. Alright, we're still good. Again, guys, this is a PDS tornado. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is a huge debris ball east of Coal Hill. Hewitt, Slick Rock, Montgomery, Smoky Junction, Winona, Jeffers, Newtown, Huntsville, and New River, as well as Robbins in Tennessee, need to be underground. Again, this is a PDS tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Impact, you're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. This debris ball is becoming pretty big now. Again, you guys, large, damaging, possibly destructive tornado on the ground. Yeah, I know there's a PDS. We've been talking about this PDS for several minutes now, Mr. Storm. 2.9 mile wide debris ball. Wow. Mr. Storm, you might want to update your my stream. You might be seeing things a little late because you pointed out several things that we had pointed out in the stream. I think your stream might be behind. Might want to try to refresh that. Wow. Oh, sorry. I know the coughing can get annoying, but I can't control it, unfortunately. Okay, you guys, this is a PDS tornado. This is not a joke. This is huge. It's damaging. It's large. It's the debris ball, man. Oh my gosh. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. It's be near Huntsville at 5:45. That's in 9 minutes, guys. It's probably going to go to the south of Huntsville, but just in case, go ahead and take shelter. We do have a new tornado warning in Kentucky, by the way. It's for this same cell that we've been watching for quite a while now. Oh my goodness. Guys, we could have another tornado, large tornado trying to spin up here. Up all the way into Kentucky. And that's on the ground. Another tornado on the ground west of Beachland Beach. There is, I repeat, another tornado on the ground. It's not recognized by the National Weather Service yet, but this is definitely a debris ball. Again, this is 2 tornadoes on the ground, both large and damaging. The velocities on this are incredibly concerning. Again, it's not recognized by the National Weather Service yet, but this is 1,000% on the ground. Again, this is the beginning of your debris ball forming. All right, it's gone, but... oh, I think I was a radar scan behind. And my... All right, I think we're back. And sorry about that. There's your debris ball there north of Utica, Kentucky. Let's check up on our other tornado. Tornado emergency possible? It's possible, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. How's Ohio looking? Not good. Depends on where you're at in Ohio, but overall, if you're really anywhere in Ohio, you're going to have that threat for severe storms and maybe even a tornado today. So be weather aware, be prepared. Again, at 5:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 8 miles southwest of Huntsville, or 13 miles north of Wartburg, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. There are 3 on the ground? I think there's 2. I know this one up here in Indiana says observed, but we're pretty sure that this is already lifted a while ago. Because if you look at the, and even one of the National Weather Service there thinks that it's lifted. Two PDS? Did the one in Kentucky go PDS? Holy crap, it did. 2 PDS tornadoes. I repeat, guys, we have 2 PDS tornadoes on the ground. 2 strong tornadoes on the ground. One in Tennessee, one in Kentucky. These are life-threatening situations. Take cover now. LaGrange, Kentucky, confirmed tornado. So we have 2 large, damaging tornadoes on the ground. Look at that debris ball. It's becoming so wide. And unfortunately, it's going to go right through the north side of Crestwood. And Crestwood is one of the more populated towns comparatively to what else we've been talking about today. And it's looking like it could have the potential to go right through Crestville, unfortunately. And then here's your other PDS here near Winona. Right, I'm not really seeing a debris ball in that anymore, but maybe the correlation coefficient needs to update because the velocities take longer, and that one's on the next scan. Yeah, there is another one, Mr. Storm. 2 PDS on the ground, 1 in Kentucky, 1 in Tennessee. Again, cannot emphasize this enough. This is a life-threatening situation. Take cover now. This is not a normal tornado. Neither of these are. They're both strong. They're both doing damage. And again, this one near Indiana, it could very possibly still be on the ground. I don't personally think it is. And one of the National Weather Service sites doesn't think it is here, but one of the other ones still has not removed the observe tag, so we'll see. But yeah, guys, this is... My dad's watching Ryan and the sirens went off and scared me so bad. Yeah. Alright, anyway. And this one in Kentucky, I am even more worried about. Not only because it's going through a more populated area, but also because this is in an environment where this could turn into a long-tracking, violent tornado if it gets lucky. But we're watching both of these incredibly closely. Again, these are both PDS. They're doing damage. I believe they're both public confirmed now. This one's public confirmed. And this one might just be radar confirmed. No, emergency management confirmed. So yeah, these are both 100% on the ground without question. In Kentucky and Tennessee. Right, it looks like the one near Winona in Tennessee could be dying. Hopefully, stay in shelter, though. It's a PDS tornado. This is the kind of thing we were worried about happening, and unfortunately, it did happen. Northern mode of storms acting just as predicted, definitely. Yeah, everybody thought the HRRR was going ridiculous with this event, but I mean, I don't want to say anything too soon, but I believe this is already a confirmed tornado outbreak. Again, I don't feel like there should be any second where I'm being quiet. I need to be covering this. Okay, it looks like our debris ball here is a little bit less impressive now. Still relatively large, though. This is still a life-threatening tornado on the ground. They did issue a new warning for the one in Tennessee. They continued it. Still PDS. I was saying the debris ball was gone. It actually looks like it's not gone. It was just not perfectly lining up with the velocities, I think. No, I actually think this has lifted. Or, no, I shouldn't say that. I think it's weaker. I think what we need to do is keep looking at Kentucky. Again, I don't know why my alarm sounds are not going off for new warnings. Let me try to fix that. Now I have the alarm sound activated. Is it because my computer did ask me to install an update earlier, but that should not have anything to do with it. I don't even know why I pointed that out. Oh my gosh. There are like 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts hitting my house right now. If you're just now tuning in, we are looking at a large tornado on the ground in Kentucky and another one in Tennessee. Both PDS for all the people out there that know what that means. If you don't know what that means this is a particularly dangerous situation and you need to be taking cover now in these warnings here. Again, this is looking really bad. And this one's heading for Brownsboro. We lost our Florence, Alabama cam. Waiting for a new radar update on the velocities from this area here. Actually, just for everything here. Alright, we got our Florence, Alabama cam trying to load back up. Waiting for a radar update from both radar sites. The one in Kentucky and the one in Tennessee. Oh no. The one in Tennessee is growing more concerning again. Again, there is no correlation coefficient drop though anymore. Which is interesting, but the velocities... there is most likely still a large tornado on the ground there in northeast Tennessee. We got Vince Welty in position here right in front of this tornado, guys, in Kentucky. Again, there's your velocity couplet, your rotation couplet, rather. I keep calling it a velocity couplet. Ooh, got a little bit of a break of the rotation here in Kentucky. I'm going to hope that that's a sign that it's weakening out. This one in Tennessee is becoming Wi-Fi be crappy. Wonder if that has something to do with why we're not hearing the alarm sounds for tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, is because my Wi-Fi is so bad today for some reason. We have more tornado warnings than severe thunderstorm warnings. That's something you don't see very often. And this one in Tennessee is just past Straight Fork now. The one in Kentucky, I feel like they should be updating these radar sites more frequently with how big of a situation this is. The one in Kentucky is a little bit less concerning rotation-wise. If it is on the ground, it's southwest, kind of west-southwest of LaGrange in Kentucky. These are both going to be major news stories. The one down in Tennessee, possibly even a little bit bigger of a story. Oh, but then again, the one in Kentucky was in a more populated area. I don't know. The one in Tennessee was stronger, though, I feel like. By the way, they did just do an update on the tornado watch in Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. Threat for tornadoes, along with large hail and damaging wind, said increasing threat, meaning this is not even it. We are going to get potentially even worse than what we have now. They did just issue another new mesoscale, by the way, talking about a potential tornado watch for the eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina region. That was a really bad circle. Says a tornado watch may be needed. There's a 60% chance of a tornado watch. We do have a new tornado damage report. Let's see where that's from. That is from Tennessee. It's from Sunbright, and that is, I believe, this tornado. Is it? Let's see. I feel like I recognize the name Sunbright. I think it's from this tornado here. Yeah, it is. Wow, this thing's been on the ground longer than I realized. This one in Tennessee has. And unfortunately, it's not looking like it's completely done yet. Or one in Kentucky, you know, it may be a little bit, it may have lifted at this point, but the one in Tennessee could still be ongoing. We have just as many PDS tornado warnings as we do severe thunderstorm warnings. That's a rare sighting. One PDS warning gets issued, a lot more do. They're less hesitant to issue a PDS after that. Because, like, we didn't have any today, and then the one in Tennessee got PDS warned, then the one in Kentucky immediately did. It jumped from radar indicated to PDS observed. They didn't even put it observed, which was the right move, I do believe. I'm just saying, it feels like in events like this, we have nothing, and then it all pops off. And I also feel like they're less hesitant to issue PDS warnings at that point. All right, a little bit of a breaking in the velocity couplet there. Or is it... I can't remember the terminology. Is it rotation? I think it's velocity couplet. I keep switching between the two. All right. You know, I was saying earlier, I think we're going to see some crazy stuff because nothing so far has deserved this 15% hatch risk. We're getting there. I still don't think anything we've seen necessarily deserves a 15% hatch, though. 15% hatch usually end in, like, a tornado emergency level tornado, and we definitely haven't seen any of those yet. You know, these were stronger tornadoes, and we did have that EF1 before stream. That's literally what I'm saying, yeah. But they did issue that new mesoscale saying things are starting to pick up even more than what's already happened, so I don't know, man. By the way, my channel, other than the live streams for the past few days, has been completely dead, and that's because the live streams are taking up like 3 hours of my day every day for the past few days. Every day for the past few days. Alright, I'm thinking this one in Kentucky is lifted. I think the Tennessee one might have as well. Stay in shelter, though, because these are both still PDS tornado warnings. Oh, wow, no. I'm dumb. That, oh, maybe that's not a debris ball. Okay, maybe I'm not dumb. I'm dumb because I thought that was a debris ball when it's not. Alright. I don't think we have any tornadoes on the ground. You know, obviously we still have the 2 PDS warnings, but this one's about to expire. We'll see if they reissue it. And this one's about to... Oh, no, it's still got another half hour. But we'll see if the PDS and confirm tags get removed off of it. If it is still on the ground, it's not as strong anymore. It's getting crazy. Yeah, it is, Mr. Storm. It definitely is. Speaking of which, they did just issue a new tornado warning for this cell in Kentucky. And as I was saying, it is no longer confirmed. No longer PDS, no longer confirmed. So that's good. Update the stream title. I don't think the Tennessee one's on the ground anymore either. We're going to wait to make sure. But I'm actually going to update the stream title to live tornado warnings. Warnings in Tennessee, Indiana, Kentucky. Oof. As soon as they remove the observed tag from this one here, start to pick up in terms of velocities a little bit again. It actually looks like this one here in Indiana, this warning that we've had for forever now, for the tornado that was on the ground close to the beginning of the stream. It's looking like they're going to let that go. It expires in 3 minutes, and they're going to continue it with the tornado possible tag on a severe thunderstorm warning there, because they have just issued that. Got some storms off to your west that are producing 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail. Nothing crazy, though. Yeah, I personally believe, again, this is not confirmed, but I personally believe we have no tornadoes on the ground anymore. And yeah, they did just let that warning in Indiana expire, so let me update the stream title again. Dang it, I updated the stream title, but I accidentally left a comma in there, and now I'm trying to fix it, but my Wi-Fi is crashing, so it won't let me. So it says Tennessee, comma, and... Okay, there. It updated. I was going to say that. It's going to make me look really stupid there if anybody stumbles upon the stream like that. So yeah, the one in Kentucky is no longer on the ground. The one down in Tennessee, I don't think is on the ground. I really don't. Again, this is quite a long tracker, actually. It dropped all the way back down towards Sunbright. And that was how long ago? That was 40 minutes ago, and it lifted about 10 minutes ago, I'd say. So it's on the ground for close to half an hour, maybe 20 minutes to half an hour. It's not quite as long tracking as I thought, but it was moving pretty fast. So what happened was it went through a good portion of northeastern Tennessee. There. All right. Things are not done, that's for sure. I want to emphasize that. They're not done, but they're slowing down, and they're going to pick back up again later. Honestly, at this point, I'd say the most significant thing is this golf ball-sized hail here, heading straight for Cincinnati. So Cincinnati, when this storm hits you, you got to watch out. And this is confirmed golf ball-sized hail by the public, so... And that's pretty dangerous, but not quite as intense as the massive tornadoes we've had. Still got to look out for it, though, for sure. Go ahead and get away from windows there, if you can. Obviously, if you're driving, there's not much you can do, but still, it's going to be dangerous to drive in. Don't purposely go out and drive. If you're already driving and you can't pull over, then obviously there's nothing you can do. But if you can pull over, definitely do it, because this is a storm producing golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour gusts. Normally, I wouldn't be so focused on something like this, but it's heading straight for a metro area. Again, that's Cincinnati. That's one of the biggest cities in Ohio, guys. That flood risk, in Pittsburgh is massive. It is. I assume you're talking about the warning. Alright, again, I don't think there's any tornadoes on the ground anymore. You need to stay in shelter, though, in these warnings. Oh, never mind. It's back on the ground, guys. Alright, update. This is a tornado back on the ground. It recycled, and it's back on the ground north of Smithfield, Kentucky. This is a large, damaging, destructive, possibly, tornado on the ground again, guys. The velocities are very concerning, and we have a huge debris ball starting to build there. So we are back to a tornado on the ground. And there's no question about it. That is definitely on the ground. I did mention it was starting to recycle again as soon as they removed the observe warning, and here it is. As soon as they removed the PDS warning, it went back down. So this is really bad, guys. Got Aaron Ajax pretty close to that tornado there. Again, this is confirmed on the ground, not yet recognized by... But I didn't even look at this correlation coefficient then, because I didn't think there was one on the ground, but there it is. And there you go. Or that's not a new update. That's just found out that the modern Tiv 2 sold for $30K cheaper than most modern cars. That's interesting. Not the modern Tiv 2, the old Tiv 2. Again, guys, there's your tornado. A little surprised the National Weather Service has not recognized this yet, because it's definitely back on the ground. I'm thinking once they do see it, it's going to go back up to PDS, actually. We got Aaron Ajax right there. There's almost 1,000 people watching him on Radar Omega alone. That's crazy. How about Vince Wolte? About 200. Again, sorry, that's really loud. Probably jump scared some people there. And there you go. updated to observed. Not PDS, but it is observed. I would just throw it back up to PDS, but they did put the observed tag, which I do like, because this is definitely on the ground. They may be waiting for somebody to actually see it to put it at a PDS, but I would just put it at a PDS straight away. Look at that debris ball. That is pretty big. Maybe even bigger than it was earlier on the Kentucky one. They should have another warning ahead of it. It's interesting. Oh, they're two different radar zones. Oh, no, they're not. They're like two different National Weather Service zones, I thought, but I don't think they are, actually. Alright, y'all. Again, this is a large tornado on the ground here. It's heading straight for Newcastle, Kentucky. So Newcastle, go ahead and take shelter. You got areas like the Henry County Courthouse, the post office. This is a relatively populated area. Everybody in the town of Newcastle, Kentucky needs to be in shelter. Again, large tornado on the ground. The Tennessee one is still recognized as PDS, actually. Let's check that out. I don't think that's on the ground anymore. I don't think there's any way it is. We'll see, though. Again, Aaron Ajax is dangerously close to this thing here. Or, sorry, Aaron J-Jack, not Ajax. This debris ball is continuing to grow. Still confused why this is two different warnings here. Alright. This is getting serious. A large damaging tornado is about to directly impact the town of Newcastle, Kentucky. I personally think this should definitely be a PDS tornado. But obviously National Weather Service knows best. They're going to do what's right. And I mean, there you go, guys. It's not like it's going to, skim a part of the town. No, it is going right into Newcastle, Kentucky. And again, Aaron J-Jack, he is so close to that thing. Down to 600 Radar Omega viewers, though. Which is surprising, because he's even closer to it now. So this is going to be going towards Newcastle, again. Go ahead and take shelter anywhere in the warning, but Newcastle's the most concerning spot right now. If it gets any stronger, it should be a tornado emergency. I don't know about that. It's not that strong yet. Oh, wow. And that most recent scan, the debris ball just died, so it may have already lifted. But it looks like it is going to throw some debris into western Newcastle, at least. Luckily, it looks like it did lift right before it hit Newcastle. And this one in Tennessee, it's definitely no longer on the ground. By the way, it's still PDS somehow. Somehow the National Weather Service is not taking that tag away yet, but it's definitely gone. Guys, this is crazy. Dude, Aaron J-Jack's got almost 700 viewers on Radar Omega alone. That's crazy. Again, sorry I keep bringing it up. I know it's really loud, so it's probably a little startling, but I just want to check every now and then. When these storms play, they play rough, for real. And there you go, guys. I mean, there's still possibly a little bit of debris. I just said brie there, but debris. Definitely not quite as intense, though. And I really think the actual tornadoes lift. I think there's just a little bit of debris left in the atmosphere, if anything, but it even may be gone at this point. Go ahead and stay in shelter, though, because this could easily recycle. It's already done it once. You know, I say it can easily recycle after every tornado. I know it never seems like it does, but here's an instance of a time that it does. It was on the ground. It lifted. It dropped back down. It does not take much in an environment like this for them to do that. And we may even see this drop back down again if it's not on the ground anymore. And again, I don't think it is on the ground anymore, but it is still warned as observed by the National Weather Service. Let's check here. We do not have any new tornado damage reports. New tornado watch, by the way, for eastern Tennessee and parts of southwest Virginia. I did mention that mesoscale earlier for that, and there it is. Does not include any of North Carolina like the mesoscale was talking about, though, interestingly. Goes all the way up into Virginia, though. The SPC did a perfect job because the tornado's directly in the 15% tornado risk, yeah. And so was the other one in Kentucky, because, I mean, it obviously is the same supercell, but so was the other one in Kentucky. There was also one in Indiana, and before the stream, there was one in Kentucky, too, that I believe was in the moderate risk. So, you know, we are really starting to see now why this did get the 15% hatched. And the National Weather Service still thinks it's going to get bigger, or the Storm Prediction Center does, rather. That new mesoscale is talking about the threat increasing for tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. It's rough, man. It really is. Seeing something like this, it's devastating. But, you know, what can you do? We've got about 700 people there watching Aaron J. Jack still. Alright, this is definitely lifted. So, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I've been live for over 100 minutes. Almost 2 hours now. There are no tornadoes on the ground. I do not believe this one's... Oh, this one... So, it's interesting. The National Weather Service recognized this, alright? They're still saying it's confirmed. They dropped the PDS tag. That's how I know they saw it. But they're still saying it's on the ground. But there's no debris ball. The velocities are way weaker. I personally don't think it's on the ground. Go and stay in shelter anyway, though, obviously. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the stream here. Yeah, praying for Newcastle, definitely. Thank you, Airborne Animations. I do also want to go ahead and give 2 shout-outs here at the end of the stream. Airborne Animations and Mr. Storm, they helped out a lot this stream. They recognized tornadoes sometimes even before I did, or the National Weather Service did at times. So, go and check out their channels. They do weather-related content. But yeah, I'll see you guys later if things do get super crazy.